The other side of things, we have the big three in LA. Obviously, there's some problems there. They lost again last night. Their 11th loss out of 16 games that they've had recently. This was to the Patchwork Trailblazers. So obviously, LeBron very frustrated with what's going on. The trade deadline, as we said, a little less than 5 hours away from now. So, Wendy, what are you hearing as far as the Lakers are concerned, specifically as it concerns Russell Westbrook?
As far as I know, and obviously those of us in my business were always a little bit behind. Some of us way behind, but I'm usually farther behind than others. I don't know of a Russell Westbrook trade that the Lakers have right now because, at least as of yesterday, the Lakers were not willing to include their 2027 first-round pick. It's the only pick that they can trade, and quite frankly, it's a very desirable pick, especially if you can get it unprotected, because LeBron is going to be gone. Anthony Davis is going to be older. Who knows where the Lakers are going to be in 2027. What they're focused on, from what I am told, is Taylor and Horton-Tucker trades. And by the way, Horton-Tucker, one of the only bright spots from the Lakers game last night. He played one of his best games in the second half of the season. They have talked to Toronto. Toronto wanted Taylor and Horton-Tucker last year in a Kyle Lowry trade. And had the Lakers made that trade, we would be having a different conversation today. But that's in the past. They're talking to some other teams for Horton-Tucker as well. They're looking for young wing players, or at least versatile wing players. Right. What Toronto has to offer is Goran Dragic and a first-round pick. Right. The Lakers would have to retrade that somewhere else, so that's complicated. But the reason I think the Lakers need to do something is if you watch the game last night, their morale and momentum is DOA. So they need to do something to get this team reinvigorated, and then you make the best of the Westbrook situation, and maybe then deal with it in the summer.
Okay, let's get down to this, okay? I appreciate that insight, Wendy. Thank you so much. The Los Angeles Lakers are an unmitigated disaster. They are a mess. They are going to cost people their jobs, their livelihoods. And in the midst of all of that, players who are getting paid won't deserve to get paid. But they'll get their money anyway, which is why the next round of collective bargaining agreements collective bargaining negotiations between the owners and the players is something that is going to be must-see TV in terms of us talking about it, because these owners are coming for them. The fact that you got guys taking time off, the fact that you got guys that don't want to follow rules and regulations, the fact that you got guys that are being lackadaisical at their discretion, picking and choosing when they want to play, how they want to play, et cetera, instead of being committed to doing their damn jobs. The owners are coming for them. And I've always just called it down the middle, just the way that I see it, et cetera. But some of these dudes, if the players end up getting the short end of the stick, they will have deserved it, because just some of the shenanigans simply cannot be tolerated. It's bad for the game. Last night, specifically, let's get to this game. How the hell do you lose to the Portland Trailblazers? No Damian Lillard, no C.J. McCollum, no Robert Covington, no Norman Powell, and you lost to the Portland Trailblazers. Let me just read some of the names. This guy, C.J. Ellaby, Justice Winslow on his third team or fourth team in the last 3 years. Nurkic, don't get me started with his no defense playing self. Ben McLemore, that was their starters, okay? Dennis Smith Jr., he's been all around the league in just 5 years. Greg Brown III, Trendon Watford. This is who beat the Lakers. This is who beat the Lakers. Now, last time I checked, Big Perk, Anthony Davis played last night. LeBron James played last night. We can't blame Russell Westbrook. That brother was sitting on the bench with a chill hat, by the way. I actually like this hat. I'm sorry. He was sitting on the bench. Can't blame this for him. LeBron James had 6 turnovers last night. And then in the post-game conference, what does he sit up there and say? Man, it's in a fog and all of this other stuff. I just want to go and drink some wine and relax. If that don't sound like a team with its star that said, this season's a wash. We ain't going nowhere. It's pretty much over. I don't know what the hell does. At the end of the day, Frank Vogel's going to pay a price. He doesn't deserve it. But he'll probably pay a price. You can't, unless a miracle happens and you're able to get rid of Russell Westbrook's contract, $47 million called for next year. And by the way, while we sitting there talking, Jeannie Buss, the wonderful. She is wonderful. Jeannie Buss. Love Jeannie Buss. But Linda Rambis and Kurt Rambis cannot be influential figures in your basketball operation. Now, I like Kurt Rambis as a person. But damn it, You weren't Magic, Worthy, and Kareem and them when you were playing. Don't get me started to what you were as a coach or an executive. And somehow, some way, don't even know what your title is. Because Rob Pelinka's supposed to be the GM. No wonder Magic Johnson quit. No wonder he said y'all kick rocks. No wonder he told the Lakers organization, I'm done. I can't take it no more because of the nonsense that's going on with your organization. Who the hell is running it? Who's the boy? LeBron James? He's responsible for this roster now. He has something to do with this. Rob Pelinka, Mr. Pleaser, how's that working out for you? And Linda and Kurt Rambis? Kurt Rambis? I don't know Linda. I'm sure she's a wonderful lady and she's good friends with Jeannie, and Jeannie listens to her best friend. I got no issues with Linda at all. Don't know her, wish her nothing but the best. But I know Kurt Rambis, in terms of your resume, what the hell is he doing helping to make basketball decisions? Where he sit up there and says, oh, we're going to pick your coaching staff for you. It's a mess. It's embarrassing. And the only reason the Lakers are relevant is because of tradition and history. Right. No wonder Magic Johnson quit on y'all asses. Go ahead, KP.
Well, first of all, Stephen A., I don't know why you even getting worked up, and I don't even know why the world was surprised that the Lakers lost last night to that Portland Trailblazers team. I came on here 2 months ago and told you that the Lakers were trash. I told you I didn't want to talk about them. I told you they wasn't a very good basketball team.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.